Good morning. I'm excited to join VRARA Association Virtual Summit this year. A lot of great conferences to come. My name is Cecile Tezenas Montcel. I'm Europe VR lead at HP. And let's reinvent reality with HP VR solution together. The time is now for VR. And that's what I wanted to show during this keynote. The VR landscape is changing and growing. You can now play, create, collaborate, and learn in virtual reality all across the industry. Just zooming on each of these, in VR, you can play. That's the most obvious. Global virtual reality gaming market size was something like $13 billion in 2019, and it's projected to hit $50 billion in 2025. Driving a huge demand of immersive cutting-edge technologies to get the most realistic experience. Another sign, Steam VR saw nearly 1 million additional monthly connected headsets in April, tripling the previous largest monthly game. And first VR AAA games were launched last year, which make me think that time is really now for VR game. On the business side, we see more and more engineers and architects creating cars, buildings, immersed in their 3D files. You can visit the building before the first stone is laid now. I'd like to quote one of our partners, Richard Ward from Exerbase. He said, "Giving employees a workstation, a keyboard, a mouse, and a screen, but no virtual reality headset, prevents them from achieving their full productivity and is essentially hobbling your workforce. Visit the building before the first stone is laid. Review the design of the new cars in VR. It's something possible. The time is now for creatives to use virtual reality, and they are doing it. They're also collaborating. There is an increased need to collaborate as the companies are discovering the benefit. In virtual reality, you can meet your colleagues across the world. You are gaining time, efficiency. You are saving costs and travel. Future Visual, which is one of the great European VR software editor, is CEO and co-founder Tim Fleming, uses VR, XR to remove the barrier of distance and provide access to situations and scenarios that are physically impossible or sometimes prohibitively expensive to build in real life. That's the beauty of immersive meeting. They are memorable, they are engaging because you are not disturbed, and you can do the impossible because you can practically teleport yourself in any virtual world. I can go to a virtual facility or a virtual office, or I can even be embedded, do my meeting in the virtual new cars that would be designed. So there is almost no limit. And I dream that next VRARA Association Summit could happen in VR maybe next time. I've done already some trade show and team meeting in VR. And at least, but the most important, I would say, learn and training. So learning and training is, from my perspective, the biggest use case of VR. And we see university and organizations that are looking for technology improving the way of learning. And VR, because it's immersive and because you have no distraction once you are in the headset, is far more engaging. You learn by doing, and teacher can get insights, which drive to a proven efficiency on retention rate, up to 75% retention rate after 1 year, when you think that retention rate of a lecture is roughly 5%. So that's really, really beneficial. And that's why more and more companies are creating learning experience in VR. But that would say, okay, that's a general trend. I prefer to show you real use case from our customers. And our customers are creative. They are inventing amazing solutions with HP headset and workstation PCs. Let me show you one great example from Germany. You, sorry for my German, Junger Heinrich is a company selling forklifts, and they have developed a virtual train. So you will see in the example that that's pretty amazing. And training and simulation use cases are limitless. You can imagine doing any type of training in virtual reality. So let's go to that one. That's very, very nice. Nice, isn't it? So you can imagine for forklift can be done for aircraft, cars, or whatever. The sky is the limit. That's basically the learning. So back to HP, for more than 80 years now, HP has been inventing IT. It's in our DNA, and we believe in reinventing. So that's why we are offering now the world's most comprehensive VR portfolio with headsets, powerful PCs, and solution of partner. For now, we do have two tethered VR headsets with great resolution, comfort, and high refresh rate to avoid any motion sickness. We want to allow our customers to do the best experience. We want to make sure that the first time people will do VR, they will not be sick, they will enjoy, they will be immersed, they will love it, and they want to do it again. So let's start with our first headset, the HP Reverb Gen 2. It's our foundation. High resolution, king of local clarity and comfort. To almost forget it when you are in the virtual world. It delivers the best visual and spatial audio experience with our Valve design lenses and audio. And with the Mura-free, the 2160 by 2160 LCD panel per eye, and the full RGB strip, you can see in VR like never before. With the 4 cameras built into the headset, you can now track up to 80% of the possible arm movement. And the integrated cameras, they deliver 6 DOF without need of any external sensor or light bars. That's very convenient, very easy to deploy, high resolution, high comfort. It's the perfect headset for thrilling experiences, for gaming. You are fully immersed in the game. Just kidding. Some highlight of it. You can explore new realms, discover all the details, and live within the game. So that's for what I mentioned, what I called previously play. You can play in VR, highly immersed. And for all the business aspect, for businesses, the HP Reverb Gen 2 is compatible with many software and application that developers are used to use for their day-to-day workflow. In particular, for architecture and product dev, our headset is qualified with most of the popular software that engineer can use to take to the next level of their project with immersion. So of course, we are compatible with Unity and Unreal. And as you can see here, all the major software from the industry, Autodesk, VRARA, 3ds Max, Dassault System, CATIA, Siemens, etc., etc. So those software are widely used by engineers and architects, and we have made sure that they are working well and they are certifying our headset. So there is a seamless integration of our headset in all these softwares, which is key for engineers and architects to be sure that when they purchase a device, it will work with the software. So let's see, better than talk, let's hear from one of our customers, Harrop, which is the large British architecture firm, how they are using VR. And we see they are using it at different stage of their workflow.
Harrop is all about innovation. How can we be the best we can be? To do that, we need to come up with new ways of working, and using VR is that differentiator. HP's recent release of the Reverb headset, that thing is incredible. The resolution, they're the partner of choice for our VR environments. So we use that for showcasing some of the proposed work. We can have the public come in and comment on things that they can see. They don't have to understand drawings. All they need to do is just use their eyes and just see and experience it. Prior to the first spade in the ground, that's a really compelling story. We're also using it as a collaboration tool, having multiple teams, multiple disciplines across multiple offices all coming together in that one VR space. And we've been able to do that by using some of the VR technology that HP have been providing us. Utilising VR during the workflow and the design process, there's been a number of occasions where you can actually be in the room and then have someone else in another application, could be halfway across the world, doesn't matter. Oh, you know what, that beam is blocking the light from this thing here. And then they can just move it in real time. We're putting it in a fully defined space that everyone can experience. The feedback for VR has been positive. There are some that took their time, and as soon as they start seeing projects and seeing the capabilities, they soon come around. Until you experience it, if you're looking from the outside in, it just looks weird. But I think if you actually then experience some of these projects, then you'll see for yourself just how powerful it can be.
So that's nice. I like very much the way you explain how you can navigate within the buildings in virtual reality, and that it can help their architects to do a better and faster design. So that's just a great example of application of VR today. But let's have a foot in the future, which is not really the future because it's happening now. With the world's most intelligent VR headset, the HP Omnicept edition. So for this headset, we combine VR with sensor, artificial intelligence, basically adding to Reverb Gen 2, eye tracking, pupillometers, pulse, and face camera, with a set of artificial intelligence that enable software developer to go to the next step in their experience. It enables contextual behavior, real-time adaptation, and human interaction. So VR is now becoming user-centric and adaptive. That's the key thing, that you can get insight from the experience and you can adapt the experience to the user. Let me show you more in detail what Omnicept is.
Introducing HP Omnicept, an intelligent XR platform that completely changes the dynamic of how humans interact with technology. Sensors in the headset monitor muscle movement, heart rate, pupil size, and gaze to capture the levels of brain power exerted. Now, users' natural responses drive their experiences in the moment. By combining sensor data with machine learning, software developers get real-time insights to tailor XR experiences for faster and better outcomes. Across industries, HP Omnicept is powering advanced XR solutions that can adapt to each user. Redefining how we train, improve well-being, create, and collaborate. HP Omnicept powered apps help ensure the capture and transfer of data comply with GDPR, keeping user data confidential. Groundbreaking hardware meets transformative software. This is HP Omnicept, a revolution in XR.
Cool. So HP Omnicept is an ecosystem. An headset, a set of developer API and SDK developed by HP Lab data scientists, and a flexible program for software editor to build their own experience with our solution. So we get the foundation with Reverb Gen 2, adding sensor to it, enlarge the capabilities, and Omnicept can do it all. First of all, something that I know the audience here will be familiar with, you can do foveated rendering. With the integrated eye tracking, this HMD is able to discern the user gaze direction, enabling a reduction in GPU load and improving the image quality within the user foveal region, enhancing the VR realism. So that's, I would say, the basic that what you can do with Omnicept. You also have access to eye tracking. So with the eye tracking and pupillometry, sensors can build into the HMD and integrate with HP Omnicept. You can get eye tracking data to better understand how the users interact with the VR experience. That's what we call contextual behavior. For example, knowing where someone is looking in an experience can be incredibly insightful for understanding the outcomes. You can picture a training scenario where you can see that the trainee focus on the wrong area, or a retail scenario where you can generate an heat map of where the people attention on the shelves so that you can better understand the product placement. Or on product design, you can, by getting the eye gaze information, you can know what draws the people attention more first, and you can define which is the best design. So there are a lot of applications that with the eye tracking and pupillometry. With the heart rate, you can and the pulse information, you can create real-time adaptation with the face camera. You can create realistic human interaction. So I can have my avatar in a virtual world replicating exactly the same face movement than mine. That clearly can enhance the collaboration in VR, making it more natural. Oops. And the last one, thanks to the support of our data scientist team, you can also get information on the engagement and the expertise during a training, thanks to the cognitive loads insights. So let me pause here a moment on cognitive load. So we have built an artificial intelligence algorithm to improve the training and learning experience with the sensor input by providing insights on the cognitive load. So what is cognitive load? It's the amount of mental effort that's required to perform a task or learn something new. And you can nicely see in the curve here that there is direct connection between the level of expertise that is supposed to grow while you are doing training and the cognitive load, which is kind of self-explicit. When you are learning something new, it's more complex for you. When you are learning something that you know already, there is no effort. It's clearly effortless. So if you're able to get information on the cognitive load, it's very powerful to predict the effort to learn, user engagement, the expertise, and the content understanding. And what have we done? So from the data from the headset, so the heart rate, the pupillometry, and the eye tracking, with our algorithm is doing analytics. That is provided through an SDK inference that can be integrated in software application that are interested in getting cognitive insights, so that you can know during a training in virtual reality, and you can know how much the brain power is used, how does the trainee perform under stress, how quickly the decisions are made, for example. So you can imagine, just knowing this, how powerful it can be for VR experience. Something important I want to add, that with the recent rise in security threat, HP is working across both hardware and software to create a more secure experience for the end user. So the HP VRARA Gen 2 Omnicept Edition is built with an highly secure pipeline for protecting the end user privacy. The HMD firmware safeguards sensor data at every moment of capture, and no data is stored on the headset. That's very important. Data from HP Omnicept helps ensure the captures and transfers of data complies with global privacy policy. In particular, we meet the GDPR requirements. And the user data is collected, is secured, anonymous, and aggregated, providing a safe and secure platform to develop your VR experience. And we pay a lot of attention because we also think it's what is expected from a trusted brand as HP. So the good thing of VR, of Omnicept, is that the more software editors are interested, the more use case and application we will get. And we are now capable to provide to our customers some solution to learn better and faster with HP Omnicept solution and our partner software. The instructor can get real-time feedback, and even the learner can proactively improve himself during the training. So we have already a couple of solutions available for contextual design. Claria from Cecile is leveraging the Omnicept SDK. Ovation is using it for public pitch training in virtual reality. Pixo is using it for security and safety training, and Membus is using it in maintenance and procedure training for higher education and professional trainings. As a side note, all these partners will be in our virtual booth, and you can get a demo. So check the agenda, they will be published. You will be able to talk to each of them, ask questions, and see videos and demo of what this nice software can do. But let me show, to finish, let me show you what Membus Vulkan training application is capable to do.
Unemployment is rising, while around the world skilled jobs remain unfilled. Get the right people trained with the right skills. Using Vulkan by Membus. Vulkan is a unique simulation system that teaches, monitors, personalizes, and follows up on trainees' learning in real time through an immersive virtual reality experience. With the award-winning HP Reverb G2 Omnicept Edition headset, students can practice new jobs in VR, and instructors are armed with hard data. The HP Omnicept software tracks factors including gaze, response time, and cognitive load, recording and analyzing users' behaviors and sensations as they train. Vulkan then takes that data and analyzes it for training purposes. Whatever trade or labor skills you need, Vulkan can help attract more candidates, help with placement across high-demand industries, and reduce training time and costs. Concentration, precision, efficiency. Identify workers' strengths and enhance their skills, whether you're training workers in emerging countries or finding placements for disabled people, Mimbus and HP put the power of people in your hands. Contact us to learn more.
That's a very nice use case. I think honestly, I must admit, I always dreamed to know how to cut a chicken, and you can do this with the application from home and without any chicken. So that's great. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for listening to me. I just want to highlight that you can benefit of a Reverb Gen 2 promotion that is ongoing right now. It's available in Europe. You can find it in hp.com stores, but also from some of our partners, Bestware in Germany, and VR in Netherlands, Komplett in Norway, Sweden, Denmark, 815 in Austria, PC Component in Spain. So I will leave all the link here. We are running a promo over September, October. So feel free to take benefit of it. I also encourage you to join us during the 3 days of this HP at the HP virtual booth. We will be there. And as I mentioned, you can also meet our partners, Tezenas, Mimbus, Ovation, and Pixel in our booth. Watch the agenda, they will be scheduled. With that, thank you very much. You can contact me on LinkedIn. You will have my names and contact in the document from the event. And you can also look at hp.com/VR if you need some more information. So enjoy the event, have nice conferences, and see you in the virtual booth. Bye-bye.